Hello bloggers, it's Saturday night and I am back in Rhode Island after a fun trip to Boston, hanging out with Mike and all that good stuff. So I had a funny experience on Thursday night, and Mike went out to a club with his friend and I was tired, so I was staying back, and I was getting ready for bed and I looked up, like all of his shades were shut except for this very small window in his kitchen. And I looked up at the window and I saw this shadow quickly slide across the window. So I was like, what? So I went to the window and I looked, and there was this man standing outside smoking a cigarette in the shadows of this alley. And Mike says he couldn't have been looking at me in the window because the window's too high up. But I don't particularly believe that, because I definitely saw the shape of a person slide away. I think he was watching me. So it's interesting because the tables have been turned on me. I'm used to being the voyeur, but now I'm the voyee, I guess, is how it will go. But, it's all good. I just shut the shade and pretended it didn't happen and tried to sleep. So, I have an interesting quote to read. I was reading this chapter called, I think it's called, let's see, something like, the universe does not forgive because it doesn't blame. An interesting concept. So, well, basically, it's all about that our need to forgive is really just this whole complete, really misinterpretation, misperception of the way things are. Because it implies that there's this, that things shouldn't, have been the way they are. And of course, the universe, as we all know, is perfect as it is in every moment. So this idea that things should have been different is of course the root of the problem. So when you shift your perception and realize that things happen just the way they were supposed to happen, you suddenly don't have the need to forgive because there was nothing wrong with it in the first place. Which is kind of interesting. Then it's basically that people, even if you judge it to be wrong, that's a judgment, and we don't have to make those, but people did what they know how to do, given the circumstances of their life at that point. There's a really good quote in here. It says, they did what they knew how to do given the conditions of their lives. They did what they knew how to do given the conditions of their lives. So the people that wronged you in your life, you made a judgment that it's wrong, but really that's what that person knew how to do. And you can take away anger and hatred from that situation, but then, once you own that anger and hatred, that's going to be what you're going to give out to other people. So you can choose to carry that around, and you can, then give that away to the people that you encounter in life. Or, you can make a decision to see everything a little bit differently, and then you won't be carrying around that anger and hatred, and you only have love, and that's what you'll give away to people. Okay, so it's a little bit cheesy, but, at least for myself, I think it's very true. And the book also says, it makes this point that when you're attracting these, when you have these bad situations in your life, it's because, you're, the book says it better than me. So, let's find that page there. Yes. If forgiveness is something that you need to practice, you will continue to attract opportunities to practice it. If your reaction is anger, hatred, and defiance, then those kinds of people and weird unlucky breaks will continue to be in your life. So, once you learn your lesson, that is, that there is no forgiveness in the first place, or that there doesn't need to be, then you'll stop attracting those, quote-unquote, crappy situations. It's worth giving it a shot. I don't know, it's definitely, I believe, true in my life, so I don't mean to be so deep on this Saturday night, but I'm going to go out to the ocean now and spend some time watching the waves. The ocean here is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful in Rhode Island, and there's a lot of really rocky coastal areas, and you can watch the waves come in and crash. So it's kind of a nice way to put everything in perspective and, kind of realize that, all the while you're getting all caught up in the little things of life, but this whole great world exists out there, this whole great universe, and I don't know, there's just something really nice about that. So, sorry I'm so deep tonight, and I hope your weekend is beautiful. Of course it is. So I will catch you later. Peace out.